The main problem should be discussed first, which numerous guys, especially those who are new to the NoFaP group, face. The majority of these men like criticizing the absurd labels used on the NoFaP timeline, such as God Mode, Alpha Mode, and many more. Perhaps you've even seen the well-known NoFaP memes that depict how a longer NoFaP streak can make you into a Super Saiyan or another sort of superhero. Unpleasant as it may sound, none of these perks exist unless you have first-hand knowledge of them. Here are a few recommendations. And if you frequently criticize and underestimate the benefits of NoFaP, stop watching this video right away, practice NoFaP for at least 6 months, and then come back and compare your benefits to the NoFaP timeline we are about to demonstrate. Although many guys watch this sort of video, we can confidently say that fewer than half of the males have genuinely profited from NoFaP. Why? The answer is simple, since other factors must be considered than retaining your seed. Yes, it is true. It is not enough to retain your seed to get the benefits of NoFaP. If you want to succeed on NoFaP in every way, it is vital to develop more time-consuming and healthier habits, and even though it might sound cliché, we cannot stress this point enough. Instead of focusing on what you want to avoid doing, consider what you must do. No matter what you wish to accomplish, the goal is to focus on new habits, especially when trying to break a negative habit. And that's why so many men struggle. They are fixated on the idea of don't relapse. Don't constantly relapse. Make a list of the everyday activities that will keep you busy and advance your growth as a person. The fundamental component of NoFaP's formula is meditation, which is one of the finest activities you can engage in to clear your mind of desires. As a result, most of our other content puts a strong emphasis on meditation, giving you the chance to sharpen your mind and let your subconscious be rewired. We would recommend staying focused and strong throughout the day, especially before bed or on your way to work or school. Plug in your headphones if you have a busy schedule and watch one of those meditation films. We reap the rewards of NoFaP. If you are doing NoFaP for the first time, your first week will be the hardest in terms of desires. It is important that you truly learn to balance this increased energy in your body, especially in this first week, as your testosterone levels start to rise at this point. You may start experimenting with how you might convert your energy at this point. For instance, if your cravings increase, you just need to shift the energy balance to the other side. If it is the night, you may do this by resting, drawing, focusing on a side project, breathing, engaging in meditation, or just going to the gym. After, you'll be able to manage NoFaP. Your ability to change your behaviors will determine how well you do, particularly in the first week. However, you shouldn't experience any problems within the first week if you have previously performed NoFaP. This first week of your NoFaP journey should be a breeze, especially for those who are feeling eager to begin using NoFaP and experiencing its incredible advantages. This is because you'll be filled with the necessary willpower and motivation to make it through. As you embark on this journey, remember that you have the strength and determination to make it to the other side. You have to believe that you can do it and remind yourself of the reasons why you're doing this, to live a healthier, happier, and more meaningful life without the negative effects of PMO. So don't be afraid, because you will find the courage and the strength to succeed. Just take it one day at a time. Overall, the first week will either be the easiest or the worst for you, depending on several variables. The outcome of your NoFaP quest will simply rely on physical transformation, regardless of the circumstances. By the 7th day, if you combine NoFaP with other self-development techniques, you'll start to sense a more masculine presence. You will gain greater respect from more women, strangers, and peers as a consequence. You'll also notice a significant improvement in your self-esteem and boost in confidence. But once again, remember that you have to earn these benefits. For example, you won't turn into a death spot by the 7th day if you are an introvert by nature. Go out there and perfect the skills of becoming confident. All of these elements are crucial if you want to feel confident about taking advantage of all of the benefits of NoFaP. NoFaP, for instance, will encourage you to approach ladies. The 21st day is the tipping point. Only 40% of the guys can continue going beyond day 30 by the second week. Most quit. The more you practice self-control, the stronger it becomes. Your dopamine system has been completely restored. Men only fall short at this stage because their identity levels were not entirely transformed. Most males are playing their cards too heavily. You might start daydreaming about how fun it was to view adult content when you were still indulging in the habit. The time has come for you to slap yourself in the face and restart your regular physical transformation routine. If you're one of the fortunate who manages to preserve your streak instead of perceiving women as a kind of prize to be won, as adult content usually tempts you to do, you'll experience benefits like freshness, artistic growth, and business expansion. Additionally, it will be simple to completely overcome social anxiety. If you want to feel comfortable around others and not be so uncontrollable due to all that additional energy in your body, you need to relax every day. But we can guarantee that you'll want a part of this percent. You will notice significantly more energy reserves after a month. People can tell how great you feel about yourself now, and you are aware of how to experiment and adopt new behaviors to eliminate the need for PMO. Even if you occasionally have urges, you can regulate them far more easily. Your former self is almost like a stranger to you. Why? Because you've never been more in charge. How? Just think, pray, and ask what God wants. However, bear in mind that occasionally it might be advantageous to give your body alternate types of dopamine, such as by watching a football game or snacking, if you are not giving yourself a daily dopamine dose. Don't use this as an excuse to start eating diets high in sugar, because doing so could also increase your desire levels. Finally, the shift to God mode occurs in the 9th month. Once you get to this stage, and your entire life starts to open up, the cumulative effect starts to take effect. For everything in life, this is true. Mastering NoFaP and getting this far and applying it to every aspect of your life is what advances you to the next level of the guy you desire when you keep your commitment and stick with the changed version of yourself. To everything, including your business, relationships, spirituality, heart, and overall wellness. During this time, the reward circuits in your brain and nervous system should return to normal. Never, ever lose sight of the basics. Maintain your new routine, since one wrong assumption or one slip-up might determine how long you maintain NoFaP. Make NoFaP more than simply a battle. Make it a way of life. You could be thinking right now, okay, I'll try to make it to 90 days and get the benefits. Your goal should be to avoid having those strange urges for an entire year. You need to take charge of your life now. Don't forget to leave some love in the comments if this video was able to teach you anything. Why not like and subscribe if you liked the video, guys? It will undoubtedly support the channel and inspire us to carry on with what we are doing. As always, you've all been fantastic. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and we will see you in the next one. The female attraction element of seed retention is a significant advantage, and we'll explain later why. We should emphasize the fact that seed retention must not be restricted to women. Firstly, do it for yourself and the greater good of your personality. A strong basis for personal development is seed retention. Nevertheless, if you're only doing it to get laid or draw more female attention, more power to you. So the first main factor you like female attraction is straightforward. It feels really good, but not in the way that watching adult content does. It's nice to have girls look at you. Women are attracted to energized men who are self-assured and driven with youthful vigor and charm. Our seed has a masculine charge. Women become aware of this as their hormones develop. They can diagnose it in a person even if you are unaware of it. However, something about you appeals to them on an unconscious level, because your bodies are silently interacting. Your body is saying, hey, I've got all these seeds, all this energy, all this drive, I'd make an excellent companion for you. We are not even aware of this communication on a physical level, but individuals are aware of it unknowingly. Women notice when a man has built up energy because the seed is the core of manly energy, which makes you more masculine. It includes testosterone and other masculinizing hormones. By preserving your seed, you become more of yourself. You become more factionalized and intense, and as a result, you appeal to people who are opposed to you. As a result, they become significantly more polarized and magnetic. When you're on seed retention, you'll begin to treat girls the same way you treat everyone else. You will not try to gain her approval by favoring or impressing her. Because an attractive woman is so used to being hit by boys that she can detect your desirability from a long distance, most girls see this as a sign of honesty and true nature. However, once she realizes you're one of the few who doesn't care about her approval, she finds herself drawn to you. This is also why men who have stored their seed for a long time are so appealing to women. During seed retention, you are so focused on your well-being and enjoyment of life that trivial pleasures seem insignificant to you. When you're with a female, instead of trying to get something from her, you try to give her something. This process occurs naturally during seed retention. Isn't it natural for men to retain the sudden desire to do difficult things and be brave? As you usually see, seed retention was extremely important when humans were hunters. To sustain ourselves, we had to kill animals, and our preservation was not guaranteed, as it is today. Consider how many hunters gave themselves pleasure every day before going hunting. What are your thoughts on whether such hunters will be able to make it? Perhaps our forefathers also did it as well, and those who did were weak and less daring. They were slowly losing their survival ability. It is harmful because it inspires you to give in to your desires. In a single day, you may have dozens, if not hundreds, of wishes running through your mind. If you begin acting on each one, your ultimate goal in life would be lost in the sand. Seed retention is simply the act of letting such cravings arise. To summarize, do nothing about it. Any arrogant or stubborn feelings we have during seed retention are simply a natural defense mechanism. We learned as hunters, and it was critical for our survival at the time. It's nice to have girls smile and laugh at you when you talk to them. It's nice when girls go out of their way to speak to you or catch your attention. It's nice to have girls be more feminine and submissive to you. You could ride high on your ego and argue that you don't give a damn about these ego-boosting things. Everything is fantastic, but you understand what's even better. Not being a pervert when it comes to girls, and not seeing them as pleasure objects. When you start doing this, as bad as it may sound, you will start to see women as actual human beings again. Long-term adult content consumption has disturbing effects on your brain and your perspective of women. If you're only involved in a girl's appearance, what she said doesn't matter. At the very least, you're indifferent to what is going on in her head. Her feelings are insignificant to you. You're only considering strategies or game techniques to get her into bed as soon as possible so you can have some pleasure and satisfy a void inside of you. You are not genuinely seeking a relationship with someone, but by inadequacy as well as the desire to feed you. Make certain that the women are also aware of it. This way of thinking will modify you and make you far more intrigued in and grateful for women. You will be worried about more than just their physical appearance. In your opinion, they will develop into much more than their secondary pleasure. Anyone viewing who does this stuff, or has at least kicked some of the perverse habits out of his life, can probably relate. And the reality that you are more truthful may be one of the reasons why more girls are drawn to you. Let us now explain why seed retention causes an increase in attraction. 1. A girl could indeed tell whether we are truly interested in her as opposed to viewing her as a desired object to be utilized. This should be unsurprising that several girls will be more allured to you or feel more relaxed around you. You no longer have that creepy vibe as a result of this. 2. When we keep watching adult content, we are not continuously committed to getting satisfaction from a female. It appears to that it rewires our brains to put pleasure and women on a pedestal, effectively programming us to simp. However, if you're on a roll, the urge for female permission fades dramatically and paradoxically. When we don't need it, we do not strive to get more attention or approval. We don't need to go around asking people to fill our cups because we already have one. 3. Retaining gives us more confidence, either as a result of decreased feelings of shame or higher testosterone levels or dopamine receptors that aren't constantly fried. It's most likely a combination of these, but the point is that you now feel more confident. This affects everything you do. You'll walk differently as a consequence. Increase your confidence and maintain consistent eye contact. You could probably make a long list of smaller ways that confidence affects you. However, a lot of these are picked on by women, even if they are unaware of it. So rather than draining our energy, we can use it to channel our creativity and strengthen our physical strength in today's environment. You may gain her attraction for a short time if you are flirty, but if you are honest, you will gain her respect for the rest of your life. In a relationship, seek respect rather than love. Your seed is extremely powerful. Keeping the nutrients inside you allows for improved focus, mindset, physical strength, and physical improvement. Increased total neuron speed reduces brain fog. It assists men who have difficulty approaching women by making them more competitive and proactive in the pursuit of their goals. Even you must reprogram your thinking about approaching women even though society does not teach men. It assumes that men are already capable of doing so. Men understand that holding your seed improves your aura and overall vibe. Women will seek it out and suck it as its visibility grows, especially in romantic relationships. Because every girl hates it when you don't bust. Not busting is not only a great way to boost your ego. It's a challenge, and you're emitting manly energy, so it makes her want it more and be more content. So getting it from you is much more valuable. You'll attract a diverse range of females. They will seek to convince you to give them your energy. And with that said, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If it was useful to you, please share it with your friends so that they can benefit as well. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos on similar topics. We also value your feedback in the comments section, so don't be shy about voicing your thoughts. We'll be soon back with another video. Good day.